Alright, so let's finish up our value war and do some 6-pack sealed. This is the Zendikar Rising, the 2 boosters and the set booster from recent videos, and then this is the 3 packs of Ikoria from a little before that. So let's put it all together, do some 6-pack sealed. Once again, I'll try to sort everything out. Haven't touched some of these piles in a little bit, but let's see where we left off. If I recall correctly, I ended up doing like a white, black, red for the Ikoria 3-pack. And for the Zendikar Rising, it was red, green, blue. Double color. So already kind of some conflicting colors amongst the two sealed decks. So it's not just a simple marry the 2 decks together and they'll do well. This is all the green. Here's the rares. Blue. A lot of colorless and some more black. Alright, let's add these to the rare pile. Running out of space here, but we'll try to make do. Green. So already kind of thinking there was some good removal in black, Heartless Act and Blood Curdle, plus the Feed the Swarm. That's sounding pretty good. Mage, Sentinel, Moon Crab, the other rare. And then the 3 rares from the Ikoria packs, if you remember, they were all just Kai centered. Right. Although Mythos can be just played as a red card. A little more of a payoff if you can get the white-blue in there as well. So let's see. Just looking at the rares as is, definitely have to lean one way or the other. Maybe we can go red, blue, green again. I mean, these would be harder to work with in a 40-card deck. I don't really want to play Whirlwind of Thought, and Inspired Ultimatum, I guess it's not too bad. But the black cards I mentioned has pretty good removal, just from what memory I have. So I think we'll go through and kind of pick out what's playable and what's not. This time I'll kind of do like playable creatures and playable non-creature spells, hoping for removal or just strong interaction in general. So looking at white, already not too much going for me. And it will be hard because there's party mechanics, which maybe Ikoria doesn't have too much of, because instead of warriors they have soldiers. So that's already tough, and Zendikar Rising didn't have cycling either. Mutate might be fun, but it'll be hard because I want party members. So this will be a little hard. Not so much a chaos sealed pool, but a mini standard pool maybe? So I almost don't want to play any of these white cards. So we might just cut white entirely. I guess the Vantasaur, because it cycles, the 2 mutate cards are alright. Day Squad Marshal puts 2 bodies on the field. Nothing else really sticks out. I mean, maybe Smite the Monstrous. I don't normally mainboard that. And Core Celebrant, it's a good blocker. But nothing else really I want to play, because I have 3 vanilla creatures. Oh, well, this has vigilance, but yeah, not too impressed with the white in our pool. So four playables, 2 maybes. That's what we got going in white. So in blue, Rune Crab, I guess still appealing. Cunning Geyser Mage is still good. Expedition Diviner, still playable, 3/2 flyer. This is less playable because there's no kicker in Ikoria. Thieving Otter, it's alright. Happening Snare because it cycles. 2 mana, 1/3 flyer is alright. Reconnaissance Mission, not really. A Looter, not really. Aegis Turtle, not really. And then of these blue cards, I don't even know if I'd be happy playing Glimmer Bell. So I'll put that as a maybe, but 5 definitely playables and 1 maybe. So blue and white, not too strong. I think black should be pretty good because Feed the Swarm is off consumption, mainly because it's a land, and this might be able to steal a game. The Sky Dancer, 2/1 flash flying, mills my opponent for 2. Seems alright, it's decent. Bushmeat Poachers, those are kind of fillers, so I'll put them in the maybe pile. The Mamba, not too high on. Heartless Act, Fumes, it does cycle. Bastion of Remembrance, that's a maybe. Blood Curdle's good. Lurking Deadeye, kind of like a spell creature. And maybe if I can get little dudes on the ground, it could kill something. So 3 maybes. I guess Blood Price is alright. I'll put that in the maybe pile. Like a 4 mana draw spell. Not too high on it. I mean, I know it's good when you're like top decking. But I don't know. Maybe it's better than I think it is. So 7 playables, 4 maybes. And this is 40 card deck, so that does mean 22 to 23 spells and 17 to 18 lands. So Fissure Wizard's fine. This is maybe Skyclave GOP is good. Definitely want to play these because even if I have 1 party member, 5 mana 5/4 haste is still good. Yeah, red wasn't too good. Grana Stinger does cycle. 5 mana 5/4 reach, maybe mutate. So Tutor Peak Ambusher's a maybe. Everything else not too high on. So that's 6 for red. Very diverse. Black a little more prominent. So Canopy Baloth, Draga Visionary, Turn Timber's playable. This is a 2 mana 2/2. Bristling Boar. I guess between Adventurous Impulse and Adventure Waits, I'd rather play Adventure Waits just because there's the chance to not whiff. And I would probably only play one or the other and not both. Monstrous Step does cycle. 4th enemy. I guess I would play Skyclave Pickaxe and the Adventure Waits. And then the Nectar Pot's maybe, in case my curve was running too high. So 8 green playables and 1 maybe. Black green looking pretty good here. So maybe black green splash blue because this adds another green playable. Red. I mean, maybe red, green, black, but it would be hard to justify the double red pips or the double black pips. This is tough. I guess we would consider this a red playable, even without the white or blue. This is not really fixing. In terms of our fixing, we do have the Naya colors, so maybe the life gain is nice too. So keep an eye out for maybe red, green, white, or at the very least red, green. Skyclave Sentinel is okay. This is bad removal. This is fixing if I want to go green, black, something, but maybe not. I don't know if I'm going to go white, black. There doesn't seem to be too much reason to go white. This can be a green card, green, black, right, or green, black, red, green. So let's kind of finalize some things. So definitely not white is my thought process. So the argument for blue is I do have this flip land and I do have Verazol. That is the argument for blue. Since it is 40, any third color I would probably want to consider a splash if I don't have proper fixing. Right, so right now green black is looking pretty okay. So let's explore just green black. Put that aside. Gonna put these aside for now. Get red out of the way so I can focus on the other colors. So let's say I just play the maybes, right? That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, maybe just black, green then. Try not to force a third color. Maybe black, green, blue, just to play Verazol. But even splashing blue for him, it's not that great. It's just more of a late game. I have 8 mana, top deck Verazol, I have a blue source, I play an 8/8. That's really what it is. But let's see. So since I'm green black for sure now, I can put that aside, put these aside. And then probably won't be playing these, so I'll put those aside. So definitely green black. Let's see what the curve looks like. Or actually first let me take out the non-creature spells. So I do like to have a good ratio, among other things. So we're looking at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So maybe I can go 8 non-creature spells to start things off, and then put some creature filler just to have a good ratio. Heartless Act and Feed the Swarm, Blood Curdle for sure. That is great removal. I think I want Monstrous Step and Suffocating Fumes just because they cycle Zoth Consumption as a spell land. Move these out of the way. Put more space so you can see things on camera. 5, 6. And I said 8. So maybe. So right now it's maybe Adventure Awaits, Bastion of Remembrance if my curve is kind of lower and I'm being a little more aggressive, but it doesn't even seem that way right now. But it is annoying to have out. So I'm kind of in the air between these three. I mean, these are all, I guess we need to look at our creatures before we look at these. Want to pick one or two of these. Let's put these aside. So of my creatures, let's try to pick out 16. Alright, so probably want to play Moss Skeleton. These are, these are good mana sinks. Alert Heat Bonder. It is double green, and it might be the only Vigilance card. Yep, the only Vigilance card. It is unfortunately not a party member. It is a scout. There's double green. That's filler. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm holding on to these two and putting them in the maybe pile. Let's see what else is here. I don't want to play the Mamba because I have no mutate. Yeah, so probably none of these cards I will end up playing. So I can safely put these aside. So once again I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 creatures. Now, I guess this does put a body on the board. I am a little, just kind of your typical mid-range sealed deck. So I guess I put in Bastion of Remembrance as the 7th non-creature spell. And I guess between Blood Price and Adventure Awaits, so I don't have any like graveyard payoffs, except for Moss Pit Skeleton, so throwing things in the graveyard doesn't feel appealing. And so Adventure Awaits feels a little better. There's also Skyclave Pickaxe, which right now my creature count is a little low. So that does bring up the question of maybe splashing blue just for more creatures. Where are my artifacts? These are my artifacts. There's no more creatures in here. I mean, maybe Spring Draw Chap as bad removal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do Adventure Awaits for now, just because we're low on creatures. I guess, well, I was going to say low on creatures, which means less chance to hit, but you can always just not, it's whiff proof, right? Because you can just draw a card. So 7, 12 creatures, 8 spells. We're at 20 with 1 spell land. Bushmeat Poachers are expensive. Doesn't feel too impactful. It is a sack outlet if something's targeted with removal. So let's consider splashing blue again, because Verzel, it's an okay reason. There's also an argument for splashing red, just because that means I can play a Coom Warrior. And I do have the red-green land, if I can find it. Okay, Rugged Highlands. So this is my splash blue tech, this is my splash red. Things I would want to splash red. Dranith Stinger does cycle. Coom Warrior. Yeah, because usually splashing you want high mana things. Mutate in terms of like non-human things. Well, that is a giant, so 1, 2, 3. That's an elf, so 4, because it's non-human, right? Yeah, non-human 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, I mean, with 3, I'm not really splashing red. And, well, I guess 3 cards is the most I would want to splash, right? So in terms of blue, that's 1. Cunning Geyser Mage, Kicker. And then of these cards, it's either Expedition Diviner or Hampering Snare, because it cycles. Between these two, because this would mainly just be a flyer, because I have one wizard. So maybe it'd be like that. So between these packages, red does seem a little better. Oh, and I can't even use this because this is blue-red. So, yeah, I guess it's just because I can play Rugged Highlands, I would rather splash red, right? So let's double check our red things. I don't think Brushfire Elemental is meant to be splashed. You usually only want to splash high mana cost things in case you take a while to draw your red source. I don't have any way to fetch lands from green or anything like that. Yeah, because I don't want to put in double red pip. Yeah. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and 7, 11, 12. So 15 creatures. Looking a little better than Rugged Highlands. I do have 2 spell lands, so I could probably run 1 less basic. So I'm looking at 16 basics, 17, or sorry, 15 basics. 15 basics plus this is 16 lands, so I can run 24 spells, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I can put in 1 more, probably creature, because I have 8 non-creature spells. It's either of these cards. Since I'm simultaneously running 18 lands, I guess Skyclave Pickaxe is appealing. It's not really a turn 1 play, it's more of like a turn 3, put it on a 2/2, play my 3rd land, attack with it. I think that's better than Bushmeat Poacher. Oh, but that is another spell. Maybe I take out Bastion of Remembrance, since I'm not really like making tokens or have a bunch of small creatures, so it's less appealing. I could put in Skyclave Pickaxe for that, and then my creature would be, I guess, a Bushmeat Poacher. It's a body. Let's put in the foily one. Yeah, so the curve would look like that. A little heavy on 4, but not too bad. And then this would be the dual land. So that would round things out a little nicely. A little rough, a lot of things cost 4 mana. But hopefully I can play a 2-drop and also not miss a land drop. There is an argument to still playing 17 lands for that case. Yeah, because things are... I don't want to miss a land drop. So maybe still play 17 lands and cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oh, 8, you know. If I run 17 lands, I'll have more lands for landfall. In that case, maybe I just cut the Bushmeat Poacher for a land. Yeah, it's not that impactful. So, yeah, I guess I run still 17 lands and these. The game plan is put on some aggression with landfall. Maybe get a nice mutate off. Clear the way with some removal. Yeah, it doesn't have too much of a late game plan, but if you can do it quickly, it should be okay. I will post the pool, and I'll post the deck list. Let me know what you guys think.